agreed. I didn't expect you. You said please, and I'm like, huh? It kind of does, but so is the stream paused? Well,
Control Alt F10. Yeah.
That's not the song. Why is why is why she hides too cold.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hang on. Oh, before we start, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times. You okay? A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 at midnight and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the time you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal since you've been so cooperative. Hell.
Love it. It's so good.
Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game, see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Oh my gosh! I love you! Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Oh! Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. That's fucking amazing.
Right after you say, is there any, why am I doing this? Why is it making me do this? Well, there's your answer. I in my head, I'm like, can't say, can't burn, can't.
I'm tasting more of the alcohol now. Look, last time was more flavor than alcohol.
This peach. Told me you don't like peach. Like.
Yeah, the peach one was a lot better. The orange one tasted too masculine, and I
don't get that at all.
I do not know how to explain it. Stanley.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
Oh, you kept the title the same.
Employee number 427's job.
Make chaos comwnce.
He sat at his desk in room 427.
Oh.
Oh, what? You skipped it.
Whoops.
How good.
Ah! I just wanna... Oh, I got no button heavens. Button.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Did it like restart
Perhaps
completely?
he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked,
yes.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Should still have the new content. I have literally just touched it.
Yeah.
And I would suggest going through the new.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
No, what is the thing? Why'd you close it? Close it? Go ahead.
I don't think so. found a door I can touch. I found a door I can touch. I found a door I can touch.
You only get 30 minutes.
Yay! This is almost as fun as the jumping. Easily distracted by random objects, apparently. It's no longer shiny things.
I'm not surprised. A ball of yarn.
I am a crocheter. Oh, excuse me, a hooker.
And a cat.
Have I done it 50 times already? There's no achievements for opening closing doors, I swear. New content.
No. New.
Ah, okay.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It's a bucket.
Hush, you're not supposed to know that.
Give me the bucket.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't. Dear God. I wonder what we're typing. Random letters.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Huzzah!
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever
I love the music.
the Stanley Parable 2.
I go the wrong way.
Yeah.
2.
Parable 2.
Look how amazing this 2 is.
Yes, you see.
Too wonderful.
Superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so
The end
many
is never the
different
end
directions.
again. The end
This
is never an
is what
end
fans have
again. The
truly
end is
been
never the end
asking.
again. This business.
Calling it
is-
the Stanley Parable 2
Cards
is
on the
just so
table.
much catchier than Ultra
I
Deluxe,
thought
don't you
first
think?
time we
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement
I thought
right
last night.
there. It's future-oriented. It screams
Cards on the
progress,
table?
innovation, and long-term
Cards on the table is
franchising
great.
potential.
Being honest and serious?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured, I just wanted to confirm. Well, I wasn't listening.
Yeah, he's talking about
Yep.
2. Right?
I can't do the mornings because I have to drive my friend. Grandma Jean says, Russ agreed to 9:15 Sunday, so it seems we all agree on Sunday.
Ah,
Yeah, I said dinner. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
so there's the mic should be picking the almost.
How fun.
Well, and what I did is I made it for it actually break. There's a compressor on it and a limit, so it makes the voice a certain loudness and then stops it from
That's beautiful.
really. Although it does some weird.
End is never the end, it's never
Because
the
it-
end, it's never the end. The end.
The microphones have this whole top end, but the system's betting it. It'll sound a little weird, much weirder than you're thinking.
Two. Did you realize this?
Oh yeah.
Two. Dinner. Yes. What time can you do it? Dinner.
Well, I get off work at 5:30.
Yeah. And Dakota says that he can get
Ocean is better. If he has to get a family member, then he owes you two. I get. Probably better than one.
hey.
Love the quick mute.
Sup. Supper. Is dinner lunch or supper?
What?
Yeah,
Is that what she actually said?
yeah,
Dinner and lunch?
yeah.
Don't let me smack her.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
Read the note yet?
That's the note.
Is what it says?
Yeah, that's the Just Two of Us song. Just the two of
Okay,
us.
yeah.
We can make it if we
I thought
try.
that was in a different
Just
place.
the two of us. You and I. Yeah, that's one of the songs I actually like.
Going backwards.
I know. I gotta make sure everything.
I'll bet too.
Gotta make sure everything's tapped. I gotta tap that. Tap that real good. Did it? Let me do it again. There you go. I'm on a table.
You can't jump on
Why did you have to remind me?
jump circles.
Yeah.
I would
I wish I savored that more.
I would bet a single players left. I'm serious. I didn't. Should be able to crouch. Roll it.
Oh, but I have to hold it. How fun. Sequel ideas. Stanley can throw axes. Fuck yeah. Stanley gets boons from food? Boob? Artistic ultimate wife scene. Free roommate. More famous narrator. Why cross that out? Hopefully that was added.
The woman, she's a very
Oh.
so it's already there, kind of.
Damn.
I can tell you this game launched that guy higher because he's done beautiful.
Don't
Really
talk
dislike
about
it that much, huh?
A little bit, yeah. Which is
Sorry.
strange because it tasted better whenever I was already drunk.
Again, we don't drink.
Yeah.
We really don't.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sinning. Oh yeah. Okay, so dress up maid, macro something. Proper gameplay? Bitch? Oh, okay. New York City, jetpack, fuel canisters. I want to see a naked narrator. Anyways. Like fit old or
I don't know.
because gray hair, my dude. It is a
Can't say I agree.
hear me out. It's a hear me out trend of like gray hair, but gray hair, my dude. Two. Oh, I want to get up. I want to see what the other twos are. Gotta magnify it.
But the stuff is cool, but once you read, it repeats.
1 + 1 is 2 - 1 is 1 + 1. That's gonna be their new end phrase. Every pause button is a Roman number wonderful. Meeting at 2.
Did I ever tell you the triangle divided by 11?
Yes. Grandma Jean was looking at like the player.
I kept saying, tell her. I kept telling her, Chris. Pause button.
Concept of art is a circle. Oh, excuse me, an oval. Can't get that wrong.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
The narrator saying he loves
the
you.
game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Oh, right.
Really, it sounded a little left to me.
Left word.
Yes.
Where'd you leave it, sis?
Everything's all left behind because I'm never right. Yeah, it sounded more funny in my
I was
head.
gonna say,
I think I'm getting tipsy. At least in my mind.
point is. Oh, no. Oh.
I mean, he ain't bad looking. He looks like Aziraphale in good omens. His drawings make him look a whole lot hotter, though.
What would you draw?
Though I think I'm kind of in one of those lines where 2D is a lot better than 3D for anything. You see, these cubbies for my fabric would be nice.
I mean, yeah. They're good for storage, almost anything.
There was a dude at the con that I went to. He had these huge dices.
Die. Although
There's multiple.
if you say die is multiple. Dice is singular, die is multiple.
Multiple.
die.
He had multiple die. He did the multiple dice. Wait, what?
You're saying multiple. I know it's weird.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And he's like, dude, just cut triangles and tape them on. I'm like, but, like, you do them so well. I've told you about the kind of wedding I want, right?
Anything.
Yeah. Everyone in their own little characters.
Pastor's gonna be it.
Ideally, hopefully, if I can get it.
Well,
And
you'd be able to find that these days.
And if
10 years ago, probably not.
and if I had a lover, that would be okay with that too.
Point of view. Don't hiss at that.
No, well, and I don't know if I could ever get to that point. That's what fucking sucks. Is I'm in this craving of romantic love, but what is romantic love in the end, and yada yada.
What?
I was about to ask if I could have some.
Maybe
Then,
you hate this.
yeah, right. Yeah, I was about to be like,
if you liked it, I'd be happy to give you one. But like, oh, I can't. Okay, fine. Great. I like this stuff. You want to try it again? If you have one of those.
half the scares. Yeah, scares.
Half the scares. You scares of it?
Yes, I do have the scares of it.
When are you gonna learn not to smell it first?
It smells like yeah.
It smells like yang.
Yeah. Yum. Don't you have like take a shot and then lime or lemon? I assure why I don't like it.
But I love this stuff. So good. I don't think it's for. I don't think for you it's better of a. Fuck, that's not supposed to do this.
No, I don't like sour stuff.
That's not really sour.
Okay, I don't like tart stuff.
And it's definitely.
I do not like tart stuff.
I can definitely.
Or maybe the tart hits too hard, I should say. Because I do like the lemon cakes.
Hmm. Those are much more.
There was a you are the sequel. You are the sequel.
Two of us.
So what do I call it? I had a train of thought and I lost it.
Welcome.
Never look around. Anything you can think of. Really?
Take that brain of you. Got mountain.
Some better, some worse. If none of it's of interest to you, you'll be the first. Welcome to the internet. Won't you take it? I don't know. I know, if I can remember the first phrase of one of the choruses. It's another one of his songs. It's not Goodbye. Open, All Eyes on Me or something like that. The song about how he got over or is dealing with his stage anxiety, kind of.
Is that from the same guy, or what are you talking
Same guy, yeah.
about?
Mm-hmm. Pretty damn cool.
I heard of him because of him.
Yeah, I heard one of his songs. I'm like, well, I'm gonna make this my personality for a bit. I want to sit down. Oh wait,
Rest for Stanley.
because he stands a little too much. He's outstanding. No, I want to go this way. Well, well, look who's inside again. So apparently, I also really like AJR. Do you know about them? 100 Bad Days.
About to hit that.
Okay.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Hey, look, there's merch. Give me the merch. I'm stealing all your merch. Two.
Exhibit to your right first. That's your left.
Listen here. No. Here.
You're right. No, your other right.
Hear your name in the game. The Stanley 2 Parable. The Stanley Parable. Parable. Tan 2. I need a factory reset. Give me a moment. Okay. Whee!
That's your factory reset.
I didn't know which one you said, so I'm taking both. Ugh. I should have done that the opposite way. Well, I'll just get more hydrated.
I'd ask if you wanted a palate cleanser. Chocolate. Probably.
Because of Do the Bubbles.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm now in a singing mood, and I blame you. Name, hear yours today. I want to hear my name. He has a
Welcome
nice...
to
He has such a nice...
that one.
For the Stanley Parable
We'll
2,
fight.
I asked myself,
Something.
what do players really want? And of
No,
course,
it's Wyvern
the
will
first
fight.
and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, come on. Do it. Fucking do it. Do it, you coward.
Hopefully dust the buttons. Gone out far enough yet. Please.
Oh. It's like a woman, never satisfied.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you
Jim.
are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Not doing it now.
I ain't no Jim. Jim is offended of Jim. No wanna be an elven princess. Okay.
You're not pretend to be Jim?
Nah. I pretend to be elven or nothing. Maybe a cat. It's Jimmy or whatever the fuck I am right now. Yeah. Why are you switching genders on me? Damn.
Talking to Stanley. Narrator isn't talking to you, sis. I know, it's confusing, isn't it, Jim? I mean, Stanley, I mean, sis.
Okay, my third personality officially came out. I'm Jim now.
Jim. Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Nah, we'll skip
Oh,
it.
there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
What?
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you are.
Button's going away.
Oh, God.
He had to take away the button.
I didn't even...
It's too attractive. It's too much.
Yeah, something's attracted to me.
So attractive.
Oh.
The button ran away.
Just like my love life.
Fuck it.
Dear God. There's more. No. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. How do I get out? Freedom!
I don't know, Jim. How do you go?
I'm not Jim no longer! I am Stanley.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
The fuck? Why are we so huge?
You're not huge. That's huge.
I am Stanley.
You made Marvel? Stanley.
I am Stan. Something? What?
His name is Peyton. Last name Ellen.
But I'm Stanley with no last name.
No, your last name is Parable, obviously.
Oh, well, I'm Stanley Parable. And it's standing right there. So fucking huge. Setting.
Settings world champ.
Infinite hole.
No drum for you.
Free achievement. An easy achievement? Free achievement. Get yours right here. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right. Yeah.
Get yours right here the first time. Reading too fast, sis.
Not my fault. The words go.
It's it.
I mean, it is, but My brain goes see the words go wooba wooba wooba.
Yeah, your brain does that when it's not under any influence anything. Tell me I'm wrong in there.
No, the letters just play Among Us with me. Yeah, pretty damn sus.
I need to show you. Imagine walking around like pheasant food.
Yes.
Map.
Yes. Among Us VR seems fun too.
I want to try.
I want a real computer first, though.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Yay!
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as
Yay.
simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
No achievement for you, sis.
Well, fine. I deserve it because I'm cute.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Too many. This is a big place.
If this is.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Nice.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games is you see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then,
Oh, well.
since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Well, thank you for putting that there. I'm just gonna be here for a bit. So how was your night?
Now, I don't
Pretty
mean to be a
good.
bummer,
think
but
we
I
might be
do
here for
recommend
a
you
while.
use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Nice.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stan.
You fucking lied to me.
So clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the whole
Right?
as anyone would
Wait,
actually
we're
need.
not
Don't
normal.
you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Oh, I am the problem. You just now figured this shit out?
Things got a little heated there. I think
Damn.
I said some things.
You really need to listen to Taylor
Why
Swift's
didn't we
song like a
just
few
put
more
all
times.
this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Oh, you can actually see the little dot thing, too. It's a medieval Stanley parable.
Oh,
I have Stanley parable but make it medieval. You're a farmer trying to escape your farmlands or something like that.
one of the great advantages in a thing.
In a what?
In a thing. In a that'd be harder to pull off. There should be a castle.
Well, and it's the second. And castle would make sense. You're the king's servant or a prince to be king that you want to avoid.
King's jester. Oh, so he crap.
Yes.
That'd be about how I'd start.
Well, it looks like we got a new game, or you got a new game.
You're gonna do it for me?
First of all, I said we. So there.
I have the other side of the game to make this. You need to write down all the concepts for me.
Oh, cool! And if you.
Close to flicking me on a horse.
No, I'm being serious. I mean, it would take me a bit, but it would be fun for me. Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, I would rather you focus more on that.
Well, that game is going to end up.
Yeah.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not
Excuse me.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh.
Oh, sure, that time.
The holes seem even shorter to you this time. I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay. Bitches, why are there people smoking here? I mean...
Well, they throw it in the hole, because it's infinite holes.
I mean... Yeah, that works. That works. You know, I'll take it. As long as it doesn't start a fire, we're good. I was wondering if the infinite hole was going to be like a black hole. We would have been a lot more...
Rough into space stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Alright, what you gonna do about the hole?
Well, there it is. The shame of... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
But then the hole may not be here next time.
Sad about the missing holes. You took the holes.
Anyways.
Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
Bye.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole,
Exactly.
and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You
Thank
get
you.
to be with the hole.
Can you add
I
some
get to
balls
do
in it?
literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
No!
The rest of eternity together.
That
Ball pit.
that is recorded. I have that now. Oh, glorious.
Why?
So, are you enjoying your hole?
Yes. It has a whole lot of style. It's so wholesome. I think I'm moving.
Only to the narrator is.
We're going down infinitely. I like it.
Go ahead and
Hell yeah. I'm sorry for hitting it so hard.
no. People just.
Change your
Perception.
perception.
Hitting F.
Huh?
You're hitting F, aren't you?
No.
I think you guys.
It's like a.
You're sitting there spamming it. Like,
Stronger,
It's.
no longer using up the space of my.
Changing reality? Oh, it's H. This became a horror game real fucking quickly.
There you go. There's your horror game.
Oh no. Huh.
There you go.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley! Oh, good,
Huh?
you're awake. It seems
What?
you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
But oh,
I had a whole lot of style there. Huh.
did experience all of them.
Yeah. Excuse me?
Good.
Hmm?
Good.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh, wait.
Sure, those sounds are fascinating. Not really.
Okay, Mr. Strongman. I see you.
By the way,
I like doing that for my own trash. Really, stop. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. Can't stop the feeling. I putting my hands right here and lifting up.
not that bad. I do that. I do that.
I want to get
Go
a
on.
pink
Try out some of the new.
version of this in the living room for my crafting.
Right.
It's the bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Dear
It's the
God.
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will
Then after
fill
this
your
little
mind
place-
and your heart. It's true.
Yeah.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps
look,
even
bucket.
comforting. You may even
Dear
come to
God.
long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the
I'm moving
game to
around
be
a
less
lot.
uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Dear God. I didn't read the instructions.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
You should put a bucket over your head.
Await you in the Stanley Parable too.
What? What?
You have a bucket now.
Okay.
Don't you feel the comfort of the bucket?
No,
The bucket will protect you.
there is no such thing as protection.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a... Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Okay. I'm glad I could help. You see, I do that all the freaking time, though.
I know.
I can't argue with that. I do that all the freaking time.
You wouldn't actually. Like, oh, okay, sure. Okay.
And of course, I try to be honest at first. like I'm not 100% sure. I think I I need help figuring it out. Like if I choose differently from you, nothing against you. It's just
Same thing. Sometimes you need the rubber duck.
Yeah. Rubber ducky go wah. Oh, and the picture's changed too. I'm not sure if you noticed that.
No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
I'm okay with that. Let's try and get that easy achievement again.
You have a bucket.
Yeah. You know, I'm much cuter with a bucket apparently. Let me just. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. What is the narrator's name? Narrator?
Mm-hmm.
You bastard!
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
You little...
You were convinced you were going to get more jumps, weren't you?
Why would you do this to me?
How could this happen to me?
I've made my mistakes. Got nowhere to ride. I jumped so far.
36 times.
Why couldn't it be 100?
Because you would have used all of them.
How could this happen to me? I jumped too many times. Got nowhere to jump.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I can actually take my Axe body wash.
Yeah.
That's right. It's sitting on my desk. Forgot about it.
Your Axe body wash.
Really burns up, huh?
What? Yeah. It's not supposed to feel that way.
Really disinfects you. No jump circle for you, sis. Reuse this.
He's a cruel man. Only more attractive. Anyways. I've been this way. That's new. I don't like how bright it is right here. Oh, the cat's around. I don't want to hurt them.
Really hurt them. You interested in?
He looks so unsure of himself, which actually would make sense. Oh, hey. Okay. Bucket.
Oh, sorry, you're not setting the old gym.
We are here. This is a bucket. This map. The button that says the name. Already did that. Merge already did that. Setting world champion. Well, we don't care about that. The Renaissance bucket? It's a Renaissance bucket. No, it's a reassurance bucket. Damn it.
Read what you want, sis.
Office decorations. Yeah, we already deal with that. Equology. Jew?
What?
You?
What do you mean?
With G-U-E. Jew. College you.
L-O-G.
Log.
Close. The word is epilogue.
Epilogue. Log. That's English language
Blame
strikes
the, no,
again.
that's French. That ain't doesn't English.
Well, it's made into English words, so collectibles. I want to go to A9.
Sis.
180.
180. Might find the collectibles thing over there.
Ah, okay. Infinite hole and exit. Where's the exit?
Do this directly here. You should do collectibles.
Yeah, this is the plan.
Don't go into the light.
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay then. That's a lot of bodies. Oh hey, but I still have the bucket though, so I'm safe.
Steal the bucket for all one.
I do not consent.
Your bucket has a handle for a reason.
Of course you do. No. No.
It really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I don't want to collect it because that's cool. It made a cool sound.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. I want the suitcase.
Nope.
Why? Why is there that?
See, why is there that?
Ah! I want to go up more.
And now for our feature presentation.
Please no screenshots. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot. How do I screenshot?
I mean, we're doing 60 screenshots a second.
Oh, okay.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a
Big
meaningful
stretch.
gameplay experience.
Kitty doesn't make a stretch.
No, humans can do big stretch.
Are you
Not
ready?
like the kitty can.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Babu.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Ow! Hey,
Are you okay?
wasn't the
God,
cat.
Stanley.
I leaned back.
This isn't a coherent video game.
No.
It's a lot of
It wasn't.
gags.
It was.
And I do very much
wasn't you at
enjoy
all.
creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
Also, you're
I wanted
bleeding.
more than
I think-
anything to create a sequel
Okay.
that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really
Very much so.
tremendous title screen. A title screen.
But I have no place for it in my own space.
Compromising conviction. This
Yeah.
is the Stanley Parable 2. Whip
You really
something up.
wanted that one.
All right, perfect. Go
I don't have any space for it.
take a look.
Well, no.
You could put it on the armrest.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yes. I like both. Can I try it out for a bit?
Sure.
Because I do like playing with it
If you
just
don't
normally.
use it, go with it.
Oh, if you're to the point of that, then yeah, I'll take it. I'll happily take
I
it.
haven't used it. I need one.
I like.
I've spin it a bit of shape too, but I've played it.
I like the feeling of beads.
Might as well have it.
Yeah. So if anything, this would be my fidget. I will be carrying this around.
What your hand is doing.
Feels nice in my hand.
Yeah, like I said, I ended up on the grid. Maybe because I can.
Yeah. This one feels a lot more stuffy.
For this one, I will this.
Ooh, that's nice structure.
Will move all most of this stuff. I can't do that with that. So I landed on this. So Stanley.
Oh,
This is
hey,
the story of a man named Stanley.
corny, dripping.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was
What?
he sat at his desk in
Service
427 and he pushed buttons on it.
Ah.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him
Ah.
buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did
Okay.
every day of every month of every year. And although others might have
Well,
considered it
and
so
I can see someone being
Stanley
made for that.
relished every moment.
It's out there, but it's not
They have been made
super out
If
there.
they're advertising that,
Stanley was
before, it's service to have.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one
Are you a beautiful
single
butterfly?
order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Hurrying out my
No one
balls.
had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say
This sounds familiar.
Never in all his
Better
years at the
angles.
company had this
I
happen.
think better camera
This
angles.
complete
Isn't that
isolation.
nice?
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
It's the same
frozen
fucking thing.
solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and
Get
stepped
the
out of
balloons
his
you
office.
But wait, there's more. Go up. Here.
A hole.
Bowl? Great.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, are we back to the... This is a creative way to go back.
Stanley
Give your
picked up
bucket
the
again! Comforted?
No. The bucket's just another reminder of all my insecurities. This is what happens when you're cared for.
No new content for you!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
What?
Go to an ending you have already done.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be
Okay.
correct? Was this better than the meeting room? No,
Randy,
never
take it
mind.
away.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting
You
room,
mean the first ending I've ever done?
No. I was thinking about this.
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
that
lift,
wasn't-
yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
But I want to go.
He chose not to think about
I
this.
want to go.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I mean, it works.
It worked, but you keep doing it.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This
is just a tiny
could
hole.
have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the
This
impact
again?
of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and
Here's a formal thing of how you make the right
for a
choices.
moment.
Did it do I'm done with?
I don't remember.
Okay. Where that's.
Is this
Now then,
a bucket?
I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Good job. Now you have to get 100% on this test, or you'll have to do it again.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
My God, this is perfect.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Wrong.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4. Is this a bucket? What? Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to
It's a
screw it
bucket.
up?
It holds humans.
Absolutely
Wait, what?
incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Yeah. I knew it.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Oh no,
Trick
sorry.
question. Both. Gotcha.
Did you see it was yellow, not green? Oh, I forgot about that.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you're saying?
Well, now you're confusing
Answer
me.
straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. Yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes, of course you are.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yeah,
It
obviously.
was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea.
At least you weren't a bucket.
Me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
We're not
I
buckets.
feel much more at
Yay!
ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Yay!
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Maybe
Who
don't
knows what
mention
that
that.
information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Yay! Let's go bucket again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Bored.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Almost. Really good. Don't forget your bucket.
No.
You're gonna go without the.
Yeah, I don't need comfort.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Then why did I see?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his belonging to a staircase. Stanley
give me a
walked
moment.
upstairs to his boss's office.
After reason.
Completely?
180. No. But
Bathroom. Ooh, pretty bathroom. Oh, hey.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
I know I like
That
it.
sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful
Are you dead?
figurines.
It's dead. I killed it. Sorry. Not sorry. I've got the feeling. I've got a feeling. Ooh, that tonight's gonna be. I don't know. What's that name is? Money's or stealing? But not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Oh shit. Not my purse. Well, you can have my. No, not my purse. It has my games and my trinkets. How dare you?
that's my dice.
Yeah! It's my dice babies. Oh, how dare.
Info. Right.
Woo.
You ever expect to find other element?
Yay! Let's go down. Whee! I would not mind the vintage pajamas in this color green. I feel like that would match my skin nicely.
Oh, actually, it's first. Oh, it's one.
I swear that's the narrator.
Oh,
Comwnce has awakened? That's the narrator. Yeah, that's the narrator. If not, then they're mimicking the narrator's voice very well. He did say something earlier. Yeah. There's no microphone. Why is it Ariel? Okay. Breathing. What do I need to do?
Do it when you're not thinking.
Cannot wait. I got myself a U-pillow. Can't wait for it to get you.
That means I like Amazon better.
Yeah. Mom said Temu though, so try to stick to that. Yeah. It's a lot scammier though.
Yeah. Really good. We're here. Go in the elevator, huh?
There we go. That's definitely a woman's voice.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the narrator.
But the narrator was like humming. That was definitely the narrator. 2, 3, 4.
That was the narrator. That one I'm not. That I get.
So cute. Oh, my little heart.
Is it roughly sizes?
No.
Alright, we're here. Hope you enjoyed your elevator.
I did.
Wondering. Get out.
Well, and note, I am like tipsy.
Right.
So
Like, this is a
I
game
can-
for that, though.
I can handle being a bit tipsy and it being okay. Well, you know what I mean.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
It's unhealthy.
So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Yeah.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
That was nice.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Kinda, yeah.
Whoops, nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's the question. I just can't wait to find out.
I didn't click the yes, turn it off. I clicked no. Okay. I want to see something real quickly.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Thank you.
Still just exactly what it is.
Just want to make sure.
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of...
At least that's what I've heard. I don't know, I'm a virgin.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
You know, I just want the man to actually fucking love me.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Yeah, it's mine now. I like it.
As long as I can keep this.
Surely this time Stanley will...
No, give me this other thing that you paid for.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Oh.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength
Oh, you want me to? Okay.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave?
A little bit, yeah. This is actually pretty cool.
Always more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you.
Thank you.
I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game with secrets and Easter eggs.
I love it.
How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Might want to shorten that song, but sure.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. Railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. Good job, you did it.
Oh, it's gonna be 5 fucking times.
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
I pushed G.
Yeah, it was the.
Oh.
Hey, you didn't. Okay, there's one more non-bucket one I want you to see.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
So
could
go
it mean?
down.
Stanley
I do
decided
have to use the
go
restroom. Can you
meeting
put a
room.
pin in it?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why? I don't like that phrase.
Okay.
Yeah. Do we get like a second heaven?
I don't remember.
Is
the
heaven
bucket
jumping?
set.
And can we?
Take the bucket before.
And
Actually, you can't, can you? You have to leave your office.
yeah. Well.
That was me today.
No. Oh, yeah. Because then it closes on
Well,
you.
this is the course. You can't experience that ending with the bucket.
It's sorry.
Good.
I am to the point of no driving back.
Oh, I know that.
Those hit me hard. Then again, didn't have 30 minutes.
Go evil. The 30 on that.
Decently hydrated though.
The kitty loved you.
Oh.
I think you're just fine.
Yeah. I did not feel safe doing that. I'm sure neither would she. Okay. Sorry I didn't pause the stream. Okay.
When Stanley came to
Right
a set
door.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Then when it says first door on the left, after you go through it, but don't go all.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hold on.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
After this,
Thank
Yeah.
goodness Stanley had taken this
Standing
detour
for the first
on his
door,
way to the meeting room.
Yeah.
Life without having
Okay,
experienced
so
this
we are on the same
was
page.
now too horrible even to consider.
Damn it. Okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so
nice.
utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It looks like a cat. Just paint some.
You
Isis.
cannot remove.
At this point,
Too well
Stanley's
integrated.
obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected
Could probably
poorly
cut it.
on his overall personality. It's possible that
Pull
this
it.
is why everyone left.
Oh yeah, no. Well, and I don't notice it that much right now. And
I didn't like it.
even then,
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
yes.
When a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Yeah. I can sew that scene back up if I wanted to. I am decently skilled enough to be able to do that, so I'm not too worried if it ever breaks.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No, go ahead.
And so he
Just don't go
detoured
through
through the
that one.
maintenance section,
Go
walked
down.
straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Another
It's gonna
elevator.
kill us.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
It's a bucket.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I picked her up. Doesn't like trying to get deep her too.
No, not the right.
This
Why
is gonna
would
be
I
a bit-
have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Take your
It's
time.
clearly- Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Take your time. It's okay.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. And it's not that way. Oh, cool. No.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Wait. Can I wander off the same way?
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
No, you
decided
go
to go
forward.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can do my favorite time next time.
No.
Oh.
No comfort for you.
Well, that's fine. I didn't want comfort anyways.
Didn't want the bucket anyway.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find
Speaking of
the
fishing it.
story.
Okay. Right where my thumb is.
Oh yeah.
Catco claw? I used to.
Didn't stab it on purpose.
Cool. I go into this one for some reason. And go into that one. I also go to that one. This one feels like...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Pro gamer instinct.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What do you mean?
You went the
What
right
could it
way.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I went the right way? What do you mean?
Oh.
Didn't want it anyways. It would have made me weak.
Mobile filing cabinet.
Why would you want a mobile filing cabinet?
Where you gonna keep your files?
In my purse?
What if you need the bucket? The bucket. Remember the lady at a purse that was called
Yes! Well, oh my gosh. She was a Stan!
You do the. Oh, you.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back
got
the
nothing
other
out of that.
direction and see if we missed anything?
I don't want to get up again.
Mike didn't pick.
Still nothing. My lips are dry.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, did you want to up the sensitivity to the mouse?
No, I'm good.
Put it
Now
back.
this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this
Oh,
place
this
at
is
all.
pretty.
Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Wins this?
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
Make a three-eyed
I'm
cat.
getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Go. Wins this.
All right, I've got a
I didn't
solution.
notice that.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of
you
the
hadn't done
Stanley
what you already
Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is
The
that?
two wouldn't be
It
there?
wouldn't be there, yeah. Two wouldn't be there. I was shocked.
Huh. I still mess with the computers around.
So, what do you think of the line? Adventure line.
Cool.
No bucket.
Oh no, that's not what I
I know.
was.
I know. You were mentioning something about this area.
I did. But why do I want to go back to my roots?
Fuck the line.
Yeah.
No, I'm down. We're living it up to the line from now on.
The narrator's like, man, fuck this shit.
You see,
broken the narrator.
line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
It circled me back.
I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence
I like the yellow.
inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Line
Got a bit
says
weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
You know what that is? What's it called?
Oh,
Yeah. I'm saying that's Dakota.
that is.
The mask?
Yeah,
Yes.
managed to do that.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Get it memorized?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Okay, cool.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Can't wait to make this into a three-eyed kitty.
You know what, Stanley?
You
I
sure
should
you're okay
forget
with-
the
I'm sorry,
adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
I have.
We're
Okay.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Yeah.
Something
Oh, now you see that as a good idea.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly
This
doable.
man.
Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know.
What were you
How
gonna
about
say?
this direction?
As long as I can keep my great one,
Yeah.
we're pretty good. By the way, this is supposed to be for keep. That's supposed to be. However, I've got my mouth sensitivity, so I end up or
Yeah.
move that. So I switched him. Oh, this actually works. Oh, you should know that.
Well, your keyboard's nice and small. I like your
That's
keyboard.
not small. But the
Do I need to go grab mine?
keyboard is what's called like the only keys are home.
Hmm.
Got those mapped. Have you used the buttons on your...
No.
They won't do anything.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
Past.
Use
Yeah,
your
we're going
imagination.
to the.
Whatever it might be, Stanley, I am ready
We were in
for
the
it.
mood for a bit.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere,
Notice
which
the
means that somewhere
Yes.
at
That's
the
his
place
lock.
where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door.
You notice how I'm not following them.
Turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
He still doesn't get it though.
No, look over to the left.
Oh. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yep. No.
What's this?
Look.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The,
No.
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
You want to talk about this?
No, you're fine.
So,
You can figure it out.
okay.
How am I going forward?
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Disability
I'm not
thing.
quite sure if we're in the
Both
destination
now.
or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So
it's
I
for
hope
people
that's where we are right
don't have-
now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
So cool.
In the
It really is
meantime,
nice.
if you do
So was it confusing?
all of it
Confusion is-
A little bit, yeah.
what could it mean? Stanley decided
Hey, look,
to go
you
to
have a bucket.
meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed.
Oh no, you're supposed to do something without it. No, go to the apartment ending with it. I love this. The one where you pick up the phone.
I unplugged the thing.
Stanley clutched the
Well, you
bucket
first
tightly
unplug
to
it,
his...
don't-
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
I did
How
not remember the
insightful the bucket...
I don't know if you can tell her. Oh, no, it's all good. Please forgive me. I am tired. Or at least I feel tired.
Being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the
It feels
lounge.
like you've lost
Then
interest.
arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Losing interest. Before you use the bathroom.
It's more I'm tired. Not losing
This was
interest.
where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Oh, fuck.
Stanley did not question why
Screw you.
Bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly
Drink it.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In
What?
here.
Every little second counts.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh. Oh no. The bucket's gonna ask for divorce. Gee, hello Stanley, it's me. You're a bucket. Press G to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of
Where's my bucket?
companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Your hands are meant for only one thing. Not turning.
But I wanna.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Not in
Is he
this nice ass
delusional like this,
apartment.
obsessing over an inanimate metal object?
Fuck, I'll take this
I want to say
apartment.
something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
It's small, but really nice.
Right? Yeah. I don't need a big space, just enough for my crafts and whatnot.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
No.
Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It
No.
can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Oh.
Did you read it?
You see, he's not listening.
Shit, no.
He's still taking
Then don't
orders
listen to
from
the loud man. Press O.
You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from, me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is this awful bucket, this stupid hunk of metal.
And my new kitty. What? Think about doing great. I can give it, what's it called?
Chromium
Yeah. All three eyes, different colors.
for you.
Yeah, well, and you see where
I know. The hole's right in the middle.
there's a technique where you put felt or like something that's like fabric that's a little bit harder than normal fabric, and you basically just weave it around that.
Oh, where's your bucket companion?
In my bed. That's not a safe place for it to be
I
in.
know, right?
I don't turn on the stove.
Probably stronger than a teapot, though. It's a real bucket. It ain't one of those plastic. Chris.
Press B to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
I turned off the computer!
Bucket's gonna be jealous.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press O to take me back home. Yeah, put you in my bed.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press G to relive the same day with me over and over. The end is never the end, the end is never the end, the end is never the end, the end. The end is never the end, is never the end, never the end. End. Oh! Fuck.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Nice bucket.
It'll have to take me back home. In my bed. Because I got the riz.
You didn't read it.
To go home to work, to home to work, to home to work, to home to work, to work, to work, work.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do
Is
I
this a
want
fucking relationship?
bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps.
I mean,
if
it looks
had the
nice, though.
bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
So pretty. Oh no. We're starting a fucking cold.
No, sis. Words. Go on. You must embrace the bucket, sis.
Oh my god.
After you saying that, too, I had to keep a straight face somehow. You have no idea how hard that was. You called it today.
Oh my god.
It's waiting for you.
I'm actually betting the bucket. Oh my gosh.
It's waiting for you.
I'm a little bit emotional right now. You might want to give me some moments. Ugh.
I'm sure it's.
You better fucking be.
Got plenty of love to hold.
Do I look cute enough? Okay.
Oh man.
No, not at the
it's
same
never
time.
right.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give me the bucket, Stanley.
This is my lover now.
Give it to me now.
No. You took my love from me. No. You took my love. Oh, okay, there she is.
Wait, what?
I am Guy. I am Stanley. We
Yes,
made this
Click
clear.
again.
It's gold. Did I give her an upgrade?
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Oh, that's pretty.
There's nothing wrong here?
No more computers.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. You up for one more somewhat long ending?
Yeah, sure.
Go to the escape route.
Okay. I had to remember which one it was.
Now you have the bucket.
My love. What? Why are you laughing at me?
Reassurance bucket.
No, this is my lover.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket
Sheer luck.
along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This
My
is
love knows
certainly
everything.
logical
Never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an
I'm gonna fall asleep saying that.
It would be all Stanley could do.
Why is that calling?
If not for the
No,
bucket.
I don't want to think about it.
Him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty,
No, I
he would
need
be
to
all
check.
right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Gotta protect my love.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it.
Never mind. We have
To
we have
death,
a suicide pact
Stanley and
together.
the bucket. The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh, it forces you to face. Interesting.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
It was my first time. You are standing at the precise...
Precipice. What's this?
What the hell does that word mean?
Like the peak.
Of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void. Cavernous.
Yes.
Void within a cavernous void within a cavernous void within a cavernous void. Through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and I'm gonna try this one. Substantiated? Okay, substantiated knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind that what may be challenging about the information in the exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in the ignorance and darkness? Yeah, sure.
Mm-mm. Really unimpressed with Bucket Museum.
That is my love. I really should not do that. She died.
Yeah, but when you fell through the ball.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Okay. Oven is of the heavens,
No
just
man can own a
bucket.
And certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man
oven,
who should
so-
kneel before the bucket.
But what are you gonna do? Talk to him.
The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However, clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. No.
It's the bucket, sis. It calls to you.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine.
Okay.
Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
I mean, it was a pact for both of us to go together.
You know, you followed through on it, huh? Except the end is the end.
Never the end.
Guess what? Go on.
My love?
His co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Gotta get my priorities straight,
Stanley
sorry.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This turns weirdly. No, this is right. Don't you scare me like that again. If you can't tell, that's sarcasm.
So was my joke.
Oh, I should have checked the computer.
Too busy worrying about your bucket. Okay.
And the bucket would just find another human.
If you're willing, you've got two choices.
Okay.
Both of them involve going past the escape hole. So either take the bucket down to the bottom of the mind control facility, or take the bucket into the normal ending.
Bottom.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his
No, I
arms
liked your
again,
foot there.
He was home. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh yeah, I need to see.
It turned into a yellow hue.
There's their roll.
Oh no, there's more yellow.
And then there's the slides up here.
There's... Okay then.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I can't eat that.
Bucket can do anything.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through
This
the
is why I call her my goddess.
mind control.
I wish someone would call me their goddess. Found the end.
But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so
At least I'm with you,
they
my
decided
love.
that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Right?
Interesting.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
Hey, stop looking at my wife.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Hey, George.
No.
Did I take a wrong turn? Hey, new piece. New content. What?
This is like
It's nice.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It's always the left, it's always the left, it's always the left, it's always the left.
get there with the bucket. That's why I'm confused. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
And then I want to try going downstairs with the bucket.
Interesting.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Never tried going
Yes,
to the correct
this is
boss.
certainly the most logical explanation.
Correct.
That's all for the wriggling, right?
I love how the wrinkling looks like especially like right here, it looks almost like a water effect.
Yeah.
Not a good one.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
We're both crying.
Well, at least you have something to hold your cheek.
was. The bucket under the mind
And I
control
will hold
facility's
these buckets
influence
yours
as
as
well. Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't
There
wish
could
to
be
do?
as effective at it.
What kinds of
Huh?
things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These
That does not mean I will not try as hard.
Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire
Wife, thank you very
At this
much.
point, he could trust no one except
I didn't see a marriage screen.
Girlfriend, at least.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking,
You're gonna choose
eating, working,
on or off?
all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
High-fived in a really cool way.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy. Freed
Okay, yeah, this one I saw
the tyrannical grip of the
on-
evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excited,
Maybe not with the bucket,
two of them
though.
began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket. Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about
Throw
it.
the bucket out.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay, then. Now I want to go down the stairs.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The good old bucket.
With my
The
love.
bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No. Yeah. That sounds like most of my memory, basically.
Glad we're to the point. Not a.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the
Remember
bucket
exactly what's
walked
gonna happen.
upstairs to the boss's office.
Good instinct.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This,
Three.
There really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Cool. Never the end. The end. The end.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh.
He considered the possibility of facing his
Oh my
boss,
God.
admitting he had left his
We're
post
going
during
more
lockdown.
insane.
Might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly
Where's my
wrong.
love?
Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
Oh, so I just masturbated that one night.
Doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella
I blacked out, not died.
like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, she was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
I love it.
It's so good.
The end is never the end. Is never the
I debated
end.
about taking you out first at the bucket. Because it's so good.
This is a bucket, dear God.
There's more.
No.
So I expected there to be a slightly different ending. Bucket. So why it didn't. But that's okay. It still gave you the bucket version of that ending. Oh no, I know.
Okay, so quit to menu.
Sure, if you're done.
Yeah.
Control Alt F. Oh. Good ending.
Yay!
So, what do you think of this game?
It's a fun game.
You've got more than half the ending. I think. Well, considering the bucket variances, you might be able to.
Where is she?
I think over here somewhere.
Okay. Okay. I think me getting drunk.
That makes perfect sense.
I need to stop.
What do you do? But I'm going to show her.
Like so.
But we're not going to OG.
Well.
Going on Sunday. Probably should shower. I hear you.
I literally,
When?
I washed my not sleeping.
I think those. wipes. Off-brand Clorox wipes.
Yeah, that's it.
What are you doing to? When do you have to go?
9.
Take shower. Oh wait.
I wouldn't, but I'd be dealing with one car right here.
It's only 11 right now.
Oh,
Whoops.
I'm way past my bedtime.
Sometimes. 50-50 shot. Kitty likes feet. I like thighs. Close enough.
Eyes are. Sure if I can get.
We're both scared. More emotional because she doesn't see other people. No, right? But I'm worse on that than you.
I will do shower.
You don't have to.
Hard. I have to leave the thing in my hair. Get in, soap all over,
What suggestion?
soap all over. Yeah, I'm gonna use body wash. Permanent area.
If it feels like the thing is less than a bottle's less than
Okay.
we're about half.
Well,
You're fine.
I don't know how to feel for that.
It's fine. Definitely.
Love you.
Me too. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. Good night.